We do need one of those little, like, thingies that, like...
Take 32.
32? Okay, alright, that's fair. It might even be more like 42.
Just say something, try it.
Welcome to my channel. I have been given so many requests for a flat earth video because I never shut up about flat earth, but I just keep posting beauty videos because they're more lighthearted and will probably come with less ridicule. Being pretty has come with a lot of ridicule, and I thought in high school that being pretty could be even worse than being deformed because it just comes with so much bullying, and I thought nothing could be that bad. And then I quit eating meat, and I saw everybody's fangs around me come out, and I thought, you know, while I'm not eating meat, people couldn't be meaner. People couldn't be any more rude about it. And then I went flat earth. And that's when the fangs just, they came out of everybody except for a few tiny people. Maybe like five people have remained. But, so yeah, I'm going to do a flat earth video. And just bear with me because I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm actually just trying to tell my personal story, as many other people have told theirs. Because even before flat earth became popular and trending, there was still something similar to flat earth cooking in the back of my mind all throughout my childhood and early adulthood. And that started whenever I was 13 and I went to the Virgin Islands with my sister, and we were in St. Thomas, and from St. Thomas, from our hotel room in St. Thomas, we could see Puerto Rico. And it didn't dawn on anybody. It didn't dawn on me then at all. Not at all. It was just, you know, there's another island. But, I mean, I had to look it up later and figure out that St. Thomas to Puerto Rico is about 111 miles. Shouldn't exactly be seeing Puerto Rico from St. Thomas. But I put it all aside and moved on, and I didn't think about anything similar again until I was 16 and I went skydiving. And when I went skydiving, it was the first time that I could see the horizon completely bare, without a helicopter windshield, without the curved window of an airplane. I could see the horizon for what it was, and it was flat. And when I landed, I didn't care that it was flat necessarily. I mean, I was a little bit upset that there was no curvature to be seen. I just assumed that I wasn't high enough. I wasn't high enough. I was so high, and there was no curvature. But, you know, 10 years later, my dad asked me, I think that you need to get online and find us a picture of all the satellites that surround Earth. And I was like, okay. Let's find it. What the fuck? Nothing. I gave him picture after picture after picture. I ran my printer out of ink, and none of these pictures satisfied him. They weren't real. He said, these aren't real. Find me better pictures. And I agreed with him that they weren't real, but I couldn't do any better than that. It didn't occur to me that the picture I was looking for didn't exist. I was just thinking that my searching skills just aren't up to par. I could search better. I'm just a failure. There's got to be a real picture of this. My dad is almost 80 years old, and before he dies, he wants to see a picture of this. And I couldn't find one. I couldn't find one at all. And I let that go too. I let that go and put the blame on myself, thinking I just couldn't search well enough. And then this book showed up. Now this book is a real trip. I would like to entitle this video The Scrutiny of a Science Book, but it could be anything, who knows. But I'd like to scrutinize this science book for you to give you kind of an idea of my personal take on it, my personal information. I know a lot of flat earth videos out there are just people sharing the same information and reiterating the same information over and over and over again, and I have different information. I have actually quite a bit of different information, and this is probably going to be one video in a series of many. And I'm going to cover this book, and I'm also going to scrutinize this one. I mean, this picture is hilarious. It's almost too funny for words, because as funny as the pictures are in this book, they're somewhat believable if you've already been completely brainwashed. But even if you've been completely brainwashed, there's nothing about this picture that's even close to being believable. And even if people looked at it and thought, oh yeah, well that's not real, it's artistic interpretation. Maybe you should question why we have so many artistic interpretations of where we live. Because chances are, where we live doesn't look anything like this. In fact, chances are, this is an absolute fraud. I mean, fraud at best.